you're fine.
Like I said. Like I said. Like I said. Do you like my tail?
Like I said.
Welcome back to Iron Rage. I'm Dave Palumbo here with Lee Priest, and we're gonna vent and rant and bitch and complain. And Lee,
I'm too brain dead to rant and vent because all this coronavirus stuff has just got me going. Now it's like the riot police are going out telling people they can't even sit in the park by himself, or one guy got in trouble because he took his dog up to the bush to walk, and when he come back, the cops are waiting by his car.
Oh,
We
really?
got your number plate. It's like he's out in the middle of the fucking bush, like a forest in America,
Right.
with his dog. Who the fuck's he going to a fucking fet? The tree? It's like they're going overboard. It's like all this stuff. And then if I see another fucking movie star sitting at home saying, "Hang in there, people, we're with you," as I sit in my big fucking mansion, 10 bedrooms, fucking all the acreage out the back. The Rock's got a gym bigger than Gold's gym. We feel it with you. Yeah. That's just like the mum and dad who's just lost their job, living in a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 fucking screaming kids. Shut the fuck up, you movie stars. You don't know what it's fucking like. They're on their last dollar. They check their bank account. I'm still good. Got $100 million in the bank account still. But I know how you feel, people hanging there. Get fucked. And then we got the government giving out money. Look, I understand people have lost jobs, so we're giving out, I think, into the billions. Like America's giving out those packages too, where I see, is it like, a lot of Americans get the one-off payment to use, like $1,200 or something. Here in Australia,
Right.
people get money. But I also did see, I'm very happy this has happened because those poor bastards are probably never going to get through without it. But I did see the people in Congress are getting a one-off payment of $57,000.
Are they really?
Fucking cunts.
I didn't
Look,
realize
what-
that.
Do I know more about America than you? You're fucking Congress people again.
You're a news guy. I don't watch anything. You know everything. You're on social media. You're on top because you have nothing to do all day.
Your Congress people are getting the $57,000 one-off payment each because they fucking need that, don't they, the little fucking cunts?
Are you getting any money?
Look, Dave, if you had told me a fucking month ago, this is why I don't like to make plans, because plans always fucking change. If you had told me a month ago, Lee, what would you be doing? I could never have guessed that I'd be sitting at home watching a gay fucking redneck raise fucking tigers.
I love
what
that
I
show.
would-
Isn't that great? Tiger King? I was going to ask you about that.
Did you watch all of it?
I haven't seen the whole thing. I'm up to episode. I'm almost done.
The guy actually, his husband, one that's got no teeth, like the
Yeah.
fucking meth addict.
Yeah.
Well, there's a picture of him online the other day. He went and got new teeth and stuff. You wouldn't even fucking recognize.
Oh,
him.
really? Yeah, he wasn't a bad-looking guy, but he had those fucked up teeth. His whole life he had those things.
Did you like the bit though where the guy says, "Yeah, he's dating those bodybuilders. He likes the muscly men." And the other young guy, he come onto the park. He's 6'6", and he's really muscular too. I'm
And he's
like,
got
what?
big hands. Yeah.
And I got big feet. You haven't seen what happens to him yet, have you?
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I won't ruin it, but yeah.
If anyone hasn't seen Tiger King on Netflix, it's definitely worth watching. These are the craziest fucking people I've ever seen. It's funny because they start the whole documentary out like by interviewing people and saying big cat people that keep cats are the craziest people. And we think bodybuilders are the craziest people. There's no doubt that the cat people are way crazier.
But even that woman, it's like, who her husband just went missing.
Yeah. She definitely fed him to the lions, without a doubt.
She's even fucking nuts. That one, they're all fucking nuts. And then the other guy, have you seen the guy who's like the big drug lord, the one they said they might have paid?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good. I like that guy's great.
I think that guy now, he still looks like he's got contacts, that guy. He could probably disappear people still, that one.
The funny thing is, I'm wondering how he's talking about all these people he killed. How did he get out he only did like 10 years in jail or something like that, 12 years in jail.
Yeah.
How did he get out of that?
No, I think it was only 5, it wasn't. Hey, if you're a big drug dealer like that and you've got billions of dollars, you get a good lawyer, you fucking get out.
He got a pretty good deal. He probably still has all that money stashed away somewhere.
Or the defense is like, call our witness. What's that? The witness is dead. Okay, what about the other witness? What? They're dead too. What the fuck?
Now, Australia is notoriously for quarantining people. They love to quarantine. You guys love quarantining. You love to take away stuff. If you go visit Australia, they love to take anything you got, you're bringing in there. There's no
Right.
fruits. There's no vegetables. There's no animals allowed there. How did the coronavirus get there? You would think that they would have stopped that too. They would have interviewed the coronavirus before it entered your country.
Because China owns about 90% of Australia.
Oh, did they?
Hey, whenever there's an interview, look, I don't know what it's like in America, but I'm sure if there's like, say, something happens in New York, there's a murder in New York, they go and interview someone. There's actually someone with a big fucking New York accent fucking doing the interview. What happened? Yeah, well, they come out and, you know, here in Australia, no matter what happens, car crash, or bushfires, whoever they interview. So what happened? Dong, 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 dong.
We just love
It's like fucking spot the
we just
fucking
got
Aussie.
demonetized, yeah.
It's like, shut up, it is not. This is facts. Every fucking news interviewer, it's either someone wearing a fucking burqa or someone Chinese or someone fucking... Look, I'm not being
Why is
racist,
that? Why do you guys have a lot of Chinese people there?
Because they fucking own half the country. We just sold one of our biggest major dairy farms in Australia. We just sold to the Chinese a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
So, and now
Wow.
they just said now the government on the news is going to put a thing on once this economic crisis is over, that they're going to change the law so Chinese can't come in and buy up because they're already getting ready to come in and buy.
I'm shocked they didn't do that already, because you guys love to keep people out of your country. It's very
the
hard
thing
to
is,
do that.
Newcastle Harbour, where you see me go walking around,
Yeah.
Chinese lease us the port. The port up in Darwin, which the Japanese bombed during the war, they've got a big US military base up there. The US went mad. Fucking China owns our fucking port up at the top of Australia where the fucking military base is. It's like, how the fuck do we fucking lease all this shit to China? It's like a 99-year lease and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of our biggest farming farms up in Queensland, or the produce, guess who owns them? Fucking Chinese.
Wow.
It's like-
Yeah. Well, they're going to own a lot more after this coronavirus.
Our government's very smart. See, our government used to own all the toll roads, so all the toll money used to go to the government. We used to own a big telecom company, like was Telstra, but now the government owned it. The government owned the banks. The government owned an airline. But you know what? They got this idea. Let's sell it off. We owned electricity. They sold off our electricity, saying that'll make prices cheaper. Prices are going up because they fucking sold it off.
Yeah.
So our government's one of those people like, let's sell it off. We can sell it for a couple of billion. It looks good on the books, but once the money's gone, then what? We'll tax the people again, up the taxes.
Right.
It's like, rather than keep all those businesses like the toll roads, the banks, the state lottery, like all the lottery, the lotto, the government used to own that, sold that off. So this is money that would have just kept coming in all the time. But
I didn't know that Australia has basically sold everything.
Oh yeah, fuck, we'll sell anything off. What do you want? What do you want? Put in a bid.
Well, all you guys own is the all you can buy now is the bush, probably, right?
Oh yeah. That's for sale, half it too. Just when you call up, don't call up talking like that. Call up and go, hello, yeah. Okay, sell it straight away.
All right, let's talk about the topic at hand. I want to talk about the Olympia, because right now the season has been delayed. I think it's to the end of May at this point, but let's face it, the Olympia is in September. They're not talking about this thing breaking anytime soon. What do you think is going to be the outcome? Is there going to be an Olympia, first of all, in your mind? And if there is, will it be delayed, or do you and how do you think they'll deal with the fact that we're not going to have a lot of people who are able to qualify because of all these shows being canceled?
You probably have to, just to be safe, I would move it to probably November, just to be safe.
Yeah.
But then, if you're going to have the Olympia, you'd have to probably do what they did at the Arnold, just plan on not having an expo at all, just the contest, just in case, because you can't go through the hassle again of having the expo, set everybody up and they all come out and pay for the booths and then say we can't have it. So I'd have to strictly just be a contest. And this would be a perfect time right now to fucking move the Olympia somewhere else. If you're just going to have a contest, change the venue. If it's not going to be in Vegas, have it in LA, have it in New York. Just move it this way.
Have it in Iowa where there's no coronavirus. How about that?
Exactly. Have
it in North
Montana.
Korea. Let's have it in North Korea. They don't have any coronavirus there.
Have it down in
North
that
Korea
fucked up place. Have it down in like somewhere where the fucking Tiger King is out there.
Have it in Russia. Russia doesn't have a lot of cases of coronavirus.
No, they're very quiet over there. Here, what about Dubai? There you go.
I think they got a big outbreak there, no? I would like to see it in Dubai just because it's a great place to go to, but I think you should hold it someplace where there's no coronavirus. Russia would be perfect.
Antarctica.
There you go. How about Australia?
Yeah.
Give it to But then again, you guys have too many Chinese people.
Well, the thing is, too, to get into Australia, if you have a criminal record, you can't get in.
That's
so there's
true.
half the lineup.
And that's half the lineup. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Fucking half the lineup going there straight away. So
how about Hawaii? Is there any cases in Hawaii? I don't even know. I didn't even really check. You're up on the news.
Haven't heard about Hawaii, so no.
Hawaii might be a good place to hold it. I mean, you guys in Australia would have no problem getting there. That's pretty close for you.
What about? Is there any cases in Mexico?
The Mexicans, I don't think have too many cases. You're right. That may be a bad venue.
That's because the fucking coronavirus gets to Mexico and goes, this is the fucking shit place, and it fucking jumps the border. Fucking, we're in America now. Fuck yeah, let's fucking go free.
They confuse the coronavirus.
Even the virus doesn't want to live in Mexico.
They confuse the coronavirus with Corona beer. So they might have it there. They just don't know. They're confused.
Oh, Corona. Yeah, I got Corona. See, Corona. Yeah, we got Corona. See.
What do you think the method of qualification would be if they're not going to have a lot of shows prior to it? I mean, would you think a special invite would be?
Oh, special invite would be one. You could go back to either, like it was in the old days, the top, what do they do now, top 6 re-qualify or not? Remember,
that's true. They can go back and invite the top 10 from last year, I guess.
Well, that's what they used to do when I was competing. The top 10 got automatic qualification.
Right.
You could do that. And then, you could go back to the previous year's shows if you placed in the top 3 of a pro show the previous year. Something like that.
Or if you won a pro show the previous year, maybe that might be a good way to do it.
You could do that. You could go like the top 10 and then a previous show if you won it. But then I think, too, I'd have a couple of, like they do in tennis where they have those random draws like a wild card.
Like a lottery. You put your name. And guess what? It only costs you $1,000 per entry to get your name in the hat.
Yeah. And I think
there you go. That would raise your prize money right there, right? If you want to do the Olympia, it's $1,000. Throw your name in the hat, and you could be randomly picked out.
Well, why not? Bodybuilders waste more money on other shit, so why not? So.
You get 100 names in that hat, Lee. That's $100,000 right there in prize money.
Exactly. And I think the IFBB should suspend all pro card fees this year, and all NPC fees should be suspended due to the economic downturn. Thank you very much.
You think they should refund them? Or maybe apply it to next year. How about that?
Well, it's going to be a hard thing, though. Even if you move it to November, July, August, September, you'd have to start dieting roughly July. So,
right.
Well, I always did 16
Well, I would assume
weeks,
the gyms would be open by then, so that would be a good sign.
Yeah, so July, but then, like I said, it'd be hard to, you're gonna be like that thing. Because when you get ready for a show, the show's on, the date of the show.
Yeah.
It'd be hard. It would be hard for some to focus, thinking, okay, let's put all this into it, do what I got to do, take what I got to take.
Yeah.
You've got to pretty much put your body through hell.
Right.
But 16 weeks, are you going to commit to that, thinking in the back of your mind,
maybe
this could be cancelled?
Yeah. Or how about this, Lee? How about they hold the nationals with the Olympia, like they used to do in the old days, the amateur, and then and then if you win the nationals, you can do the Olympia.
Straight in. Yeah, that'd be good.
Right?
Why don't we have the Nationals and the North American and the USAs and everything all on that weekend? It's going to be the bodybuilding event of events, every show in fucking one weekend.
We could do it. We should take we should have Jake Wood, who owns the Olympia now. He could build like a sterile a stadium right now, like where everything is made of zinc. So not zinc of copper, right? The copper ions I think kill everything. Yeah. So that if anyone touches anything, the disease automatically gets killed.
And all the seats are that 1.5 meters.
Yeah, they're all made of copper.
That's right. I don't know, but like I said, it would be hard to prepare. They'd have to. I guess they've got till, because I'm still putting on the Lee Priest Classic in October, and I pretty much said, come June, June would be 12 to that 16-week mark to when it is. If it's not all cleared by then, I'm not going to tell people to go ahead and get ready for it. I'll just cancel it for next year rather than.
Do you think though that let's say we it happens, and let's say you're right. Let's say they do it in November or something like that, and let's say some of these athletes have tested positive and got the coronavirus, they're over it, whatever. You think other athletes would be afraid to get on stage with them? Because this is going to be like a paranoia, even though they're going to give the all clear eventually. All right, we're kind of over the virus and everything, but people are going to be like, well, he had the virus. I wonder if he's still contagious,
Dave, come on. We've been around this sport long enough. We've seen what these guys take. We've been to the after parties. We see what they do. The coronavirus is the last fucking virus I'm worried about that these cunts fucking give me. Okay, it's like that would be the least of my fucking worries sleeping near some of these guys. Come on. It's like, fuck. Well, did you see who he slept with last year? Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about the coronavirus. Fucking hell. If he sweats on you, you'll have fucking tuberculosis or fucking herpes something. Don't pump up him. It's like, fuck. No. I like the stories. It was funny when I watched your thing with Greg the other day, we were talking about how he had to get that operation. I remember those things that go, I got a bad gag reflex too. You know when you go to the doctor who give you that paddle pop stick and go, ah?
Yeah.
I'd always fucking start almost throwing up, choking. So, I'd be no good at sucking dick, to be honest, because I'd choke all the time.
That's what Blackman always used to tell me. Yeah, you choked all the heat.
I know. I tried though. I got A for effort, but it's just some things you can't do. I had good forearms, Dave. I could fucking work that. Fucking sometimes this way, sometimes you go from behind this way. The reverse gets this part of your forearm. The inner part.
Lee's got great forearms. Wow.
Incredible. I just wish you'd let me work them glutes a bit more.
I tell him, squeeze.
But like I said, I had to go get this. I had like a lot of bad gastric reflux when I was like really heavy because I ate a lot of food. So they said they had to go get you when I put the camera down. And I watch those shows. I see those little fucking thin cameras like this. I think, no, that's easy, like a little fucking cable fiber like this. I go in there, they lay me down, they put the IV in each arm, 2 big needles come along. Then he brings in this big roll of black tube, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like a fucking garden hose. And I'm looking at it. She goes, oh, that's the camera. And I'm like, what? I think, she goes, well, I'm going to give you these 2 things here, and you'll have an amnesiac effect. You won't remember it. So she injects them both into me. I'm laying there. I hear the monitor, beep, beep, and I open my eyes. She goes, you're still awake? I'm like, yep. So this goes on 3 times. They inject me 3 lots of stuff.
Oh, no way. You didn't go out?
I couldn't go under.
Oh.
So now they go, it's like you can't give him any more. So the doctor starts putting this thing down. Then it's on. I'm trying to fucking pull it out. He's fucking pushing it down.
Oh.
She's rubbing my head going, just relax. I'm like, fuck off.
Are you serious? They try to put a camera down your throat while you're awake?
Yeah. So I was pulling it. For 2 weeks later, see how Greg was talking? I couldn't even talk like that because him pushing that down, me trying to fucking pull it out, just fucking destroyed the back of my throat. And she goes, you don't feel anything at all? So no, the girlfriend come to pick me up. I said, give me the car keys. I just hopped in the car and I fucking drove home. Didn't feel one bit whatever.
That's so weird. Yeah.
But then when he's talking about sitting in his piss, now here's a good story. I went to the hospital once. I think I had food poisoning or something, and my stomach cramped up and I couldn't throw up. So, they give you these tablets and you can put under your tongue and it makes you throw up.
Yeah.
So I'm in there, I'm dehydrated. She gives me the IV. I'm laying in there, gives me these tablets and I'm like this. She leaves the room. I'm like, I don't feel well. And as soon as I said that, it was like fucking The Exorcist, fucking all down the bed. But at the same time this is happening, I fucking shit myself. So I got diarrhea fucking coming out this way, vomit coming out this way. Got the IV here. She's left the room and I'm sitting in shit, covered in vomit. I'm like, this ain't good. So I go, let me see if I can get over to bed here and try to clean
it. Like you want to try to do some damage control, like clean it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So here I slide to the bed. So as I slide to the bed, I slide the shit off so it looks like a meat pie hit the fucking floor. So now I've got one leg hanging off the bed, shit running down my leg, coming off the floor. I figure, let me try get this gown off. So I go to move the gown, forget I got the IV in still. It gets half stuck. So now the vomit that was on the gown goes up my face, in my hair. So I've got half the gown off, IV in the arm, shit on the floor, shit on my leg. He walks in and goes, do you need help? I'm like, oh, what do you think?
You gotta have a very, very tough exterior and interior to be a nurse.
Actually,
I couldn't clean up all that
She
stuff.
walked in and she just smiled. She goes, do you need help? I said, I think so. And I was very apologetic. I said, look, I'm very sorry. I couldn't trust you. She goes, no, that's okay. Because I was so embarrassed. I'm standing there because the gown they did up at the back, so I couldn't try it. I could have taken it off this way because they tied it. I'm trying to pull it, and I forgot all the loose vomit. He went, blah. And I got shit on the floor and fucking.
How embarrassed are you? You're so embarrassed when that happens too, you know.
It was. And then I had to almost just laugh because when you said, do you need help? And I'm just looking at it covered in shit and vomit going, what do you think?
When something like that happens, and the nurse comes in, she cleans up everything. You're like, man, this person is like a really special person because she does this on a daily basis, man. You got to really, really be tough inside to do that.
Well, I remember when I was married to my ex-wife. Which one? Yeah, that one. Yeah, well, when I was married to her, she had little kids, and he was in his room one day sleeping, but he decided he must have, when he was sleeping, did a poo in his nappy. And then he must have decided to play the monkey game, because when I come in the room, he decided to grab the poo from his nappy, throw it through his toys, rub it in the carpet. Fucking, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Who did this? Who did this?
My ex-wife had a little kid at the time. He was only like 1.5.
Oh.
And I guess he just decided to take his nappy off and decided to think, this is fun. Let's play with mud.
Oh, he threw his crap. Did you clean it up?
Oh. I was in amongst the toy. Yeah, she couldn't because she's like, blah, blah. Actually, it's weird. It didn't even bother me because I'm a clean freak. I'm like, fuck, now I've got to clean this up. So I'm in there scrubbing things.
That's good. That's very good that you did that. I'm impressed.
Oh. Hey, I got 6 cats. I cleaned the litter boxes 20 times a fucking day. So I was like,
you know what, though, Lee? I clean shit all day too because I have cats. I have little dogs. I have all of my snakes and reptiles. For years I had fish tanks, but for some reason. And my kids, obviously, but for some reason, when I see an adult who shits, it's something different about it. I get completely grossed out. I don't know why or what it's about, but it's different for me for some reason. Why is
I'll tell you what it is. It's your subconscious. Your subconscious is very strong at suppressing stuff.
Yeah.
So when you actually see an adult shit or adult shitting, it brings back all those memories of tossing Blackman's salad. So you're trying to keep that in that dark place where you never want to see it. you know when you're tossing his salad and you put that fucking brown cucumber on top while you're down.
We always degenerate to shit at the end of every show. I don't know how we do it, but we always find a way back there.
This show started off so good, talking about the Congress and the figures and numbers, and look where you've taken it.
Well,
and
Lee,
Olympia.
I'm glad that you're amusing yourself.
Back to the Olympia. I think it'd be good if it was in November. Oh. And qualification, yes, top 10, won a show, and then I think a lottery would be good just for 2 or 3 random people who generally might not have a chance to get in it, but who are good quality to get in. Because, remember back in the day where, it's probably even now, you'd have some guys that, when I was competing, they'd do every show. So if Flex and Cormier or someone did the Ironman, they'd do the Arnold. And some of those shows was always top 3. So the same 3 guys were winning every fucking show, so nobody else could qualify for the Olympia. So.
But I like back in the day where they used to do special invites for the guys who won the Nationals or USA. I think that would be a nice thing to do.
Or even go back further. Go back to the day where, remember that guy came down off the mountains and he had 2 tablets and he goes, I have 10 commandments. 10 commandments. Depends how far back we want to go in the day here, Dave. If you want to go back to this guy. One day, you ever hear this story? One day it started raining and this guy built a big boat and he asked 2 of them.
All right, you're acting like a cuckoo bird now. But think about it. You remember when the Olympia was just the Olympia? There was no expo. It was just the show. It was so enjoyable to go to. You watched the prejudging. You would analyze it after. Everyone would talk about it. And then the night show would come and you back and forth. And then when it would be announced, it would be like almost like going to the Academy Awards. It was like really enjoyable. There was no stress.
That's why I thought the Arnold was good. When they said the Arnold Expo was cancelled, I figured, okay, that's sad for the vendors and stuff, but I actually thought this is great. This is almost like what bodybuilding used to be. You're just going to the show.
Well, for the purists, it's good. But, a lot of people enjoy the expo because they like to go and see the booths and the samples and all the stuff that goes on. But for the bodybuilding purists like you and me, wink, wink, we like to just watch the show. Yeah.
The other ones just want to go see the whores at the booths and see what free shit they can fucking get. That's it. You see the fattest fucking cunts walking around
those
the
big
expo
bags of stuff.
With their big bags, and they're like, do you have any fat burners? Why, you're not going to fucking use them. Look how fat you are, you cunt. Obviously haven't used the ones. If you use the ones that make you laugh, it's like, and you see the same people year after year.
Yeah, you see those people. They eat bars at every fucking booth and all the pre-workouts. And by the end, when they're leaving, they look like they're like whacked out on crystal meth or something like that.
No, by the end of the Olympia, have you been to the public bathrooms from them eating all them fucking bars? It's like Lee's hospital stay. There's fucking shit up the wall, shit up the fucking God knows what. I don't know if that's fucking protein on the seat or someone's kangaroo hopping their asshole around the fucking toilet lid. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think it's all the bars. That's what I think it is. The people
Well, we know the
shit their brains
supplements
out.
don't work because I'd see the same people year after year that take all these supplements and they look the same year after fucking year. And then they take a photo of their hotel bed, remember? The hotel bed would be covered in all these supplements. And then you see these same dickheads getting on their Southwest flight going home, trying to fucking cram it in the overhead fucking compartment. Big fucking muscle tech bag full of shit. Fucking. I'm like, really, mate?
Well, it's like those expos, Lee, are like trick-or-treating for like adults, you know what I mean? Like they got the trick-or-treat bags and they're just filling them up with the goodies, you know, that they're getting.
You want to trick or treat, go to the fucking sexpo. Go get some decent fucking show bags, for God's sake. Stuff you can really use when you get home. Nothing like a good big dildo and a sex swing in your fucking little kit beside the bed. What would you want? Oh, honey, let's get dirty. Let's get dirty tonight. What do you got? I got the creatine or I got the dildo and sex swing. What do you want? I don't know.
Yeah, that must. I guess this coronavirus must be death for the porn industry, right? You can't really do porn if you got coronavirus. I mean, I would imagine. What do you think was more scary to the porn actors, HIV or coronavirus? You know.
No, I think probably the HIV because at least the corona. Maybe if you're like an 80-year-old porn star, you might die because your lungs would fill up. But you know, what's the difference? The lungs fill up with fluid, the guts fill up with cum. You know, either or. What's the difference? It's like,
Lee,
I think actually semen has corona-killing properties.
That's what I heard. Yeah, start drinking
What I recommend is every guy tonight get your missus fucking ejaculate. See, I'm using a proper word so we can get monetarized for this. You ejaculate semen from your penis into their face, and it will help keep the coronavirus off. And when they rub their hands together, look, the shit smells like ammonia, so it must be some sort of bleach involved. Rub it together like that, and it will clean up the coronavirus. This is tips I got from the Health World Organization.
All right, Lee, I'm putting you back in your box because we're getting worse and worse. We're degenerating worse and worse. Lee, stay safe out there in Australia.
Hey, I blame it on lockdown.
Have you been training at your home gym every day?
Yes, but I'm still blaming my mental state on lockdown.
All right. Well, Lee's lockdown is... you probably haven't changed your routine one iota, aside from the fact that you're having to train at home rather than...
I haven't actually, but I'm just trying to pretend I have so I can feel for the other people like the movie stars and that.
I tell people my routine hasn't changed one bit either. I haven't changed anything. All right.
You know what I'll do today? I'll change it up today. Instead of using the toilet, I'll go shit in the backyard.
All right, there you go. That's great. No more shit. No more shit talk. All right, guys. Stay positive in this time. Hopefully, we gave you a little bit of a laugh. You know, a lot of people say that they like watching the show because they're in a depressed mood. They watch the show and they end the show smiling. So that's what Lee and I want to really convey.
Some do. Some. I read the comments, Dave. Some end the show very annoyed, but they're the same ones that watch it every week.
But they still laugh though. They still laugh.
Yeah.
And
so those
remember,
people, please go ahead and comment because I'll reply to your stupid fucking comments.
They say that the best cure for all disease is laughter. So we might be curing a lot of coronavirus here, Lee. So we got to keep this content going.
I think so. That's like I said, you probably never got a chance to watch my life lessons on Instagram, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, you're just too busy. You're just too busy in your fucking lockdown. I'm too busy eating fucking 1,500 calories.
If you saw the conspiracy theories and videos people send me on a daily basis, I must get 20 of them a day. I'm listening to them in the bathroom. And some of them are good. I like it. A lot of the stuff makes sense, but you know, it's...
like you said, you mentioned that one guy, I think, I forget his name, but there's that David Icke guy who's been doing it for 30 years.
He was great.
He gets top scientists too, so when you really... Like I said, I like the news, but a lot of it's fake, but I like to hear both sides. Okay, you can have these scientists saying if you do this or do that, it catches. Then you get the other scientists saying, listen, it's not that bad. It's no worse than this. Yeah. There is no test that can test just for that. The swab test does it. Yes, it will test for coronavirus, but we're all pretty much carrying that anyway. So when they say this many people are infected, yeah, they could be infected, but not enough to even make them sick. So it's good to get both sides, but yet that won't cause the panic. We can't get control of the people, Dave, if you know.
Fear. It's all about fear. But remember, the opposite of fear is love. So if you're in love, you won't be in fear. And on those words of enlightenment, I'm Dave Palumbo for Lee Priest. We'll see you next week.
That was deep, Dave. That was deep, you know.